Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. A beloved game for some, a mixed bag for others, and a stain on FromSoft's legacy for yet another group. If you're as media illiterate as some folks on Twitter, this is me saying the game has a incredibly divided fan base. Me, personally, I'd never played Dark Souls 2 prior to playing it through with my friends Socrates and Kyle. Well, technically I played like 30 minutes or so, like years and years ago, but I didn't end up liking the controls and I just refunded the game. But following our completion of Dark Souls Remastered, come on, we had to take a stab at DS2. Speaking of Dark Souls Remastered, in it, we treated Kyle and his character as the protagonist of the playthrough. This time around, we decided to make Sock our hero. Last time, his character didn't get to do much in our storyline outside of, jokes and bits, so I want to change that up this time. Lastly, just because DS2 is infamous for its mixed reception, I'll take time at certain points to either praise or air my grievances with the game. I want to show why some people love this game, but also why some people hate it. That all being said, I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Let's hear our characters' introductions, backstories, and motivations, courtesy of our returning narrator, Beals. Take it away.
From a distant land, the warrior known as Helios made his way to Drangleic after hearing whispers of the Throne of Want and its incredible power. The ability to shape the world according to your deepest hidden desires? Who could resist such a prospect? Just as many others before him, the man wished to rid the world of the undead curse. It was a putrid stain on the world, having destroyed his village with an outbreak of hollows. He was determined to be the one to rip the darkness of this curse from the world's bosom by any means necessary. No matter his foe, he would destroy them all in order to avenge his fallen family. Alongside Helios are his loyal allies and friends, the Hay Man and John Dark Souls 2. Not much is known about the former, aside from his ghastly appearance, which some have said resemble a scarecrow. Hay Man joined Helios' crusade in order to find a purpose in life, as not even he knows what kind of person he truly is. As for John Dark Souls 2, well, he really likes dragons. Have you ever seen Shrek? Well, you know where this is going. He's a dragon fucker.
We begin our journey in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. In order to obtain the Throne of Want, we need to get through Drangleic Castle. In order to get to Drangleic Castle, we need to defeat the 4 new hosts of the Lord Souls from Dark Souls 1 and ignite the primal bonfires. Our new targets are the Lost Center, Old Iron King, the Duke's Dear Freya, and the Rotten. It's quite a journey to find all of these guys. Dark Souls 2 is insanely massive, probably the biggest game of the Souls trilogy. I'll touch back on the game's size and scope later though. For now, we journey through the ruins of a decrepit castle. Alright.
Maybe it's just some axe murderer.
Yeah, I'm the Hay Man.
Hey, man. Ow. Guys, Dark Souls 1 again, like one of the cases. I was locked.
Hold on. Allow me.
I didn't realize you could do that.
Despite being overrun by plant life, which might suggest that this area will be abandoned, this area is teeming with enemies. As a matter of fact, this is true for every area in Scholar of the First Sin, which controversially saw a change in enemy placement and numbers compared to its original release. Nonetheless, Helios braves the challenges before him head-on, Hay Man and John Dark Souls 2 following in pursuit. Before long, our characters find themselves in a peculiar-looking part of the castle. Having become accustomed to knowing what a large, open area means in these games, we knew what to expect. Our characters, however, have no idea that they'll be encountering an iron-willed foe for the first time.
It's a cool sword.
I want it.
I got bad news. Actually, no, you might
What?
be able to get it. I don't know. I know that you can't get the armor set. I will say, the stricter requirements for dodging does make it more satisfying when you do get the
That is
dodges.
fair.
I assume Kyle was also out.
Yeah. What
Alright.
the hell? We got a jobber.
Oh, what the?
Wait, yeah, that's why I said what the hell to him. Yeah!
Oh, ah, ah, Alright, there's a firebomb guy as well, but we should be fine. What the fuck? What? Saki fucking left.
What? Why?
Having forced Helios to retreat from his arena, the pursuer takes this as a victory and retreats. While we got really close to beating him, we just weren't there yet. In any case, we pressed on.
Oh.
Alright, hold on.
Don't go in there. I've already got the stuff in there.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah.
Sock, can you come over here? Is there an item up there?
Yeah.
Alright, wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the ogre. Where the fuck are they? Ah, there we go.
I like Kyle's description of the jobbers.
Yeah. Oh, look out. Oh.
They got him in the corner. There's Kyle. I'm gonna run up and get his recruit.
Yep. Yep, that should be all of them. Sock, I can't open doors anymore. After fighting through the hordes of hollow soldiers, our crew manages to find an elevator that will take them into the deeper recesses of the dungeon they had found themselves in. At the very bottom of this cavern, lying in wait, was our first true boss encounter.
Hold on. I gotta do something real quick.
Yeah.
May the stench of Zach Heide elude us. Oh, there's a filter.
Oh, it looks so
There's a hole,
cool.
there's a goal.
Oh.
Did I say that out loud?
Hey man, what the fuck is this? How was he able to see me?
Don't ask too many questions. Dude, his design is so fucking cool.
I love it. Isn't he a giant, right?
Yep. Yeah, so our first boss was a giant. A giant! The designers definitely wanted to start this game off with a bang. Despite his imposing size, though, the last giant isn't much of a threat. He's too old, too sluggish to pose a major threat. Granted, he's still powerful enough to nearly one-shot us, but with Helios as our leader, we fight carefully and calculatedly. Which I've learned is apparently a word. When it's dangerous, we flee. When there's an opportunity, we attack without reserve. Dark Souls had trained us well, and Bloodborne had honed our combat to a T. The last giant ended up being no match for us. Much like the rest of his kind, he falls. While we could have progressed onwards, there was something we still had to do in the area. Helios is a prideful warrior. He isn't going to let the pursuer go after nearly defeating him in the wild. This time, we hunted the red-eyed knight.
I've already beat this boss.
Yup. Oh, that's sick.
He's so cool.
Cyclops!
Also, you see that ballista that was behind him?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can use that.
Oh.
Coolest thing about him is he can fly. Kyle's up.
Go to the ballista!
Oh, got him!
How do you release it?
Hit it again.
Oh, just X, okay. Yeah, no, I see.
And it's so much
Ow!
damage, Jimmy.
You jackass! I need to
I
upgrade
caught
my
that.
fucking weapons.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did too.
I staggered him!
Hey, nice.
Are we staggered him?
You know what?
This is Dark Souls 3. This is Dark Souls 2. We staggered them.
We
Yeah.
staggered him, dude.
Holy shit, wait, I didn't realize how low his health was.
Yeah, no, he's low. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Fellas. Jump!
Hey,
It's like he sound like the you know, the jump song.
Yeah!
Alright, now we gotta do that 2 more times.
alright, see ya, boys.
I'm gonna be sick. Hey, no, that's mine! That bastard.
Despite getting a stake the size of the pursuer's muscles driven into Heyman's brain, our heroes claim their victory over the imposing embodiment of the curse. This is what he's fighting for. Fighting against, Helios thinks. The curse that the pursuer wielded was a dangerous thing, able to rip one's humanity from their very being. It must be totally and utterly annihilated. With more resolve than ever, Helios led his party to their next destination, Heide's Tower of Flame. And if you thought the previous castle was dilapidated, Heide's tower is shockingly decimated. It seems as if one wrong step is going to send the entire platform careening into the ocean below.
These guys are not as strong as you'd think.
Cracked blue
Also-
eye orb.
How about I crack you over the head with this mace?
I almost died.
No, you didn't, babe. Not on my watch. No, seriously, take off my watch. Why are you dressed like a Roman? That's like a hate crime against your culture, dude.
No, because the Romans stole our culture, so I just taking it back.
Go night. He has a Swagger Souls helmet on.
Yeah.
That's a nice helmet. I like that.
Oh.
Hey,
Swag?
I didn't fight this guy.
Whoa!
Oh, I want to be that.
I'm dead. Fighting through the Swagger Souls-esque knights, we encountered our next foe, the Dragon Rider. Another night boss. Alright. The thing is, with this guy, though, is his famously small arena. It's so small that you can actually just get him to fall off of it at the start of a fight, but we just want to beat him legit.
Oh wow, you do not do that. We do
Wait.
some damage. Ow.
What the fuck? Alright, there we go.
Oh. Real quick.
Right.
Staggered?
Yep. Welcome to Scholar of the First Sin, motherfucker.
Bro did not see us coming for him.
Playing it as safe as we could, we managed to take down the Dragon Rider. John Dark Souls 2 likes the sound of that guy's title. Making our way into the dark and dank halls of Heide's tower itself, we descended. Carved and elaborate stone turned to unrefined, natural walls of a cave. Ultimately, they find themselves in one of the most striking areas of Dark Souls 2, No Man's Wharf. Hey,
Oh.
yo. Oh, yo!
I hate you, I'm coming.
I like this area.
Oh. Got shot through the heart.
And I'm to blame?
Yeah, you give love that thing, dude.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, this just might be my favorite location in Dark Souls 2. On top of the incredible atmosphere, aesthetics, and premise of the area, it's pretty non-linear. It encouraged exploration up and in and through the buildings that creep up the walls of the cove, all illuminated by the fire of torches. It just feels so fully realized. Like, all of the potential of the area's concepts have been just properly implemented. That might give you a hint as to my thoughts regarding the rest of the game's areas, but again, more on that later.
Ew!
What?
Ew! Okay, they don't like the light.
Oh, they don't. What the? What is that?
There's a bridge right in front of us.
That's another guy. Ah!
What the fuck?
Did they break the wall?
Yep.
Come back and look at what I have.
Oh. Okay. I swear, it's a dragon pussy.
It's a fucking fleshlight.
Oh my god.
Well, let me see.
Man, we
Holy shit, it's the Guts Sword. After ringing a bell, which took an embarrassing amount of time to find, a pirate ship sails in and docks at the Wharf's waterfront. Making our way onto it, and inside, Helios and his friends face their next boss, the Flextile Sentry. Alright, before we go, I need to do something very important.
You will flip.
Okay!
Why do you sound like Donkey Kong?
Okay!
Oh god.
Please summon me again.
Are you guys ready to fight a pirate?
Woo!
No, I'm scared.
Oh, Bud, it's okay. He's not a real pirate. Wait, where's he at? Bud, dude, get back down here. It's okay, bro, it's okay. It's not a real pirate, okay? He's just some guy in a fucking mask.
No, it's not Woofy. It's not Woofy.
It's not Woofy One Piece.
I yanked Woofy One Piece.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's a, you know those conjoined twins?
Yep.
Siamese, please.
Conjoined sock.
Whoa. Oh, they bleed. Okay. Alright, they're on me. Or I guess one is on me.
Oh!
Alright, it's the Dark Soul Brothers. It's Dark Souls 1 and 2.
The Dark Soul Brothers.
This is my conjoined twin.
That's Bartholomew Dark Souls the second.
Bartholomew Souls.
That's Bartholomew remastered.
Alright, good shit. Much like a particular Captain Jack, no, not that one, the other guy. Well, yeah, that one, but what is up with Captain Jack's and controversies? Anyways, much like Captain Jack Sparrow, Heyman commandeers the ship and rides off into the sunset with his friends in the brig. Apparently, Heyman's an experienced sailor. Who would have known? I sure as hell didn't. Regardless, we found ourselves in a new area, the Lost Bastille. While Heyman and John Dark Souls 2 scope out the area, I'd just like to point out that we're in yet another castle area. The Forest of the Fallen Giants is a foresty castle, and Heide's Tower of Flame is a watery castle. And Lost Bastille is a stormy castle. Don't get me wrong, they all look great, especially Heide's and Bastille. But you see why I said I liked No Man's Wharf? It just stands out so well compared to all of these castles. What the fuck? What are you doing here?
Who are you talking about, me?
The fucking pursuer! He's back! Again, I don't mean to be a stickler. I love the idea of storming castles, fighting through hordes of bad guys with your mates, all that jazz. I fuck with it super hard, but when they're essentially back to back to back, they look great visually, but a change of pace would be equally as great. Oh, would you look at that? Our guys found the next boss. Helios probably wouldn't mind if they took out one by themselves. There's more bosses in this game than you know what to do with. Oh, alright. I'm just gonna let my stamina regen. Alright.
Bye-bye, Yahim.
Aye!
You will not be missed, my brother.
Boom. Alright.
Alright, he's on the ground. You ready for this?
Oh, bet.
Oh, that didn't work.
Oh, that!
Watch out. Oh, no.
Yep.
Okay, I got his attention.
Alright. I'm stacking
Oh!
my
Same, I
heals.
got two as well. Actually,
Oh.
I have Estes. What am I doing?
Alright. Hold on. I'll handle one. You handle the other.
Yep. I think they're... Yeah, I got this one.
Yep. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
we got this, dude. No problem.
Yep. I'll take it nice and steady.
Oh.
You good, right?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Trust. You got faith in me, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
We both almost got our guys. Oh,
Boom.
I'm gonna die.
Got mine.
Life jamming it up.
Coming.
Yeah, no. I've had to... This one
Ow.
spins and stuff, so it's...
Oh yeah, mine
it's
does
just
as
kind of
well.
like special. Alright, let's finish it. Oh! Yep, there we go. Finisher. There's no way I missed that twice in a row.
Okay,
Yep. I
Yep.
got it. I got it.
It's yours, it's yours.
Okay.
You're...
No! How am I missing?
Thank you. Alright, technically, we took out 3, but semantics are semantics. That's another night boss, by the way. Onwards and upwards to the Sinner's Rise. Another castle area. Oh joy. Passing through a wing of a jail and getting a not-so-happy reunion with a previous boss, we made it to the bottom of Sinner's Rise. Weird that we went down instead of up in the place called Sinner's Rise, but this is a weird game. It's par for the course. It's time for our heroes to encounter the first of those who house the souls of the Great Ones. In a final jail cell, locked away from the light of the sun, we found the lost sinner.
What do I say? Squeak, get ready to squeak.
Ow. Alright, I'm just gonna first off get my souls.
Do what you need to do.
Right there.
I'm fighting right now.
Yep. 17k. Speedy boy. Whew. Ow. How the fuck?
No, he teleports in the air sometimes.
Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna start going for single attacks. I say that as he leaves himself wide fucking open.
Yep. My triple attack does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I was blocking. Make sure to heal.
I'm out of heals.
Oh god. Alright, he's
for you,
on.
though.
Hell
Okay.
yeah, boy. Bye-bye! With our first Great Soul acquired, we immediately set out looking for our second, which was shaping up to be the Old Iron King. According to the lore, the owners of the Great Souls are actually reincarnated versions of different bosses from DS1, or they inherited the power of those souls, something like that. DS2's lore is a bit weird and hard to follow at times. Essentially though, the Lost Sinner was the new Bed of Chaos, Old Iron King is actually the new Gwen, Duke's Dear Freya is Seath the Scaleless, and Nito became the Rotten. It's kind of funny that there's no love for the four kings. Trust me though, their successes will get their time in the spotlight. By the way, I just find it interesting that in terms of the game's lore, DS2 has the player character increase in power really damn fast. Just think of how long it took the chosen undead to reach one of these souls in terms of power, compared to the bearer of the curse. It's a testament to Helios' power, I guess. In any case, I'm sure you've noticed that we aren't in another castle. We're in the Huntsman's Copse, Probably my second favorite area in terms of its visuals. It's pretty damn gorgeous.
You look like an LGBT allied blacksmith.
I'm a created character, but you guys wouldn't understand what
Black
that
Lives
means.
Matter Smith. That's not going in the video.
Nope. Yeah, there's a hidden path over here. There's a hidden path, I can't open it.
Oh, I jumped down. Where are you at?
Yeah, up the stairs. I'm up here.
Oh
He just fell. He just straight up died. He straight up died.
Did he just left it Alright, and I'll stand right here so I can get out.
no! And then, kick this down.
I can't kick nothing down. He's in the way.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
What am I kicking down? Oh, this?
Free.
Oh.
Hi, Forlorn.
Let me hit him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Oh, this Dark Souls 2, baby.
Welcome to Scar the First Sin, bitch!
Mothman.
There's no need to feel brown when I said
I
Mothman.
said Mothman.
Oh, fog wall! I found the fog wall!
Okay.
There's
Oh.
one more pathway this way,
Yeah.
and then there's a cave. A fucking cave again, dude. How big is this game?
No, this is the biggest Souls game.
Dark Souls 2?
Yes.
I would've gave that to Elden Ring. Well, Souls. Yeah, fair enough.
Skeleton Lords.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Right.
Alright,
I
I'll
got
take
the
the...
middle one.
Alright. Alright, I'll take the scythe one. Oh, 9.
Ow.
How am I missing? They're barely moving. There's no reason or
Oh, you
excuse
can
for that.
backstab them!
Oh, I thought it was Achilles.
Yep. Alright. Whoa!
Sweet.
Oh,
the wheels.
oh no! The wheels!
Not the wheels, not the wheels. The return of mid! The return of mid!
Wait. Okay, just attack
Yes,
the
I can.
skeletons. We just gotta take them out.
Yeah, definitely it.
Fire! I just killed one. Yeah!
Holy
Kill
shit!
another
I
one.
backstabbed
We
the
just did it.
skeleton.
Good shit, dude. Oh my god.
Let's go!
Words. Guys, we just fought a Minecraft spawner.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's
yeah.
literally what that was. After defeating the Skeleton Lords, Heyman ends up finding a peculiar message inscribed on the ground. Skeleton butthole. Yeah, I rate that. Following the natural beauty of the Huntsman's Copse, our party arrives at quite the peculiar level, the Harvest Valley.
Have you ever had a bubble Kyle?
Oh.
How do you think I shit?
And you have a skeleton, do you not?
I mean, yeah, but you're mostly muscle.
Oh, shit. Oh, the
Wait,
poison
6.
swamp, man. God damn it.
This wasn't Miyazaki.
Yep, this
Nope,
was one of the other.
Miyazaki didn't do this, and look at us now, guys.
Still a poison swamp.
Yep. Let's see this. Oh, hello.
Armor of Auroras.
Ugh. This place
Hello.
is nasty. Oh,
Well, Danny, so can I give you some lore?
hold on.
I'm Chlorine.
Chlorine. Alright, I'm gonna call her Chlorine.
Danny, do you want us some lore?
Yeah, sure.
This is the place where, the Zach Hadel incident finally let loose.
This is a Zach Hadel incident!
This is ground zero, dude.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is...
It's like, it's a Superman meme, my favorite.
This area stands out to me because, of all things, it evokes imagery from World War I and its trenches. What with its dug-out divots in the ground, shoddy woodwork holding back walls from collapsing, and mustard gas littering the battleground. Coupling these aspects, which really feel unique in a dark fantasy setting, with the amazing view of the next area, the Tower of Earthen Peak, the striking visuals made this another one of my favorite areas. And while we make our way through these next areas, I just want to take the time to talk about one of my biggest complaints regarding Dark Souls 2 as a whole. Not the dead zones on the controller, not the enemy spam, we'll get to that later. I want to talk about the areas themselves. Dark Souls 2 is the largest in the Souls trilogy, and boasts the most environments by far. I don't actually know if that's true or not, but I think it is, and I'm too lazy to check if it's correct or not. Despite all of that, the levels are actually quite short. Even at this point in the playthrough, before any of our characters got super overpowered, we were getting through areas in under 20 minutes. Later on, we were getting through entire levels in less than 10 minutes. While the sheer number of areas let the designers have a few duds get into the game, Iron Keep, the brevity of the levels really holds them back from letting most of them achieve their full potential. Remember No Man's Wharf? You come into this wide, expansive area. You can go into nearly every building you can find. It's got pretty good verticality, and if you don't know where you're going, it can take a fairly decent time getting through it. It's really non-linear for a first playthrough. Now, don't get me wrong, levels being linear isn't a bad thing. Hell, Half-Life 2 is my favorite game of all time, and it's basically just a series of glorified hallways. The issue is that Dark Souls 1's areas were wide and expansive. They felt lived in, they flowed from one to another seamlessly. They all felt like they achieved their goals, and even if they might have been linear, they didn't feel linear while traversing them. My point is, even if the Dark Souls 1 areas could be beaten fairly quickly, they felt massive. DS2's levels just don't have the same sense of scale in my opinion, which really emphasizes how short they are. While yeah, we ended up loathing Earthen Peak due to its poison and plethora of enemies, leaving it feel way too dense, I'd rather have dealt with all of its annoyances over a longer period of time, giving us time to breathe between them, rather than hitting us with them over and over and over again. Not to mention, bigger levels just would have let the designers flesh them out more and fully realize their visions. Taking a look at some of the DS2 concept art, they truly had an incredible vision for this game. I would have taken less areas and less bosses for bigger levels that let the designers implement these settings into the game. As is, a lot of the levels just feel half-baked, and a lot of the bosses just feel like they're there because this is a video game. Well, just in time for that rant finishing, we defeated Mytha, or Mytha, however the hell you pronounce that, I don't know. On to the next area, Iron Keep. Oh boy, Iron Keep.
That's not good.
Again, I'm going to take this time to discuss the other big gripe I have with Scholar of the First Sin. The one that Sock and Kyle loathe about this game, and quite frankly, nearly made us just quit the game. The enemy placement. In my eyes, Iron Keep epitomizes what's wrong with the Scholar re-release. As I mentioned earlier, its altered enemy placement results in huge numbers of enemies, which led to many fights that ended up just being ganks. The issue with that happening is DS2's wonky hitboxes and its questionable design to tie your dodge's invincibility to a stat means that sometimes you're just gonna get overwhelmed. You feel like there's nothing you can do. Donde está la biblioteca? One more of them. Oh! He's got a lightning sword!
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, okay, well, he's gone.
Other times, the placement just feels, frankly, mean-spirited. Iron Keep has snipers that fire at you as you attempt to fight ninja knights, which sometimes get staggered by your attacks, sometimes don't, and there will be multiple times where you just get descended upon by up to 5 guys at once. Couple that with every so often you're just in a extremely cramped area, you're just one player. Sometimes it feels like you just don't have the tools to deal with what the game is throwing at you, even if you're playing co-op like we were. When this all just really starts to get to you, the game begins to lose Dark Souls 1's hard but fair attitude, and begins to fall into the realm of being hard for the sake of being hard, which isn't at all what this series should be about, or any game for that matter. This reached a boiling point when we entered the Crown of the Old Iron King, in an attempt to get me a weapon that I had been interested in. I was also going through a bit of a character crisis. I didn't know what build I wanted Heyman to have, and none of the weapons really felt right in his hands. There were so many enemies crammed into so many areas that we just ended up giving up covering that DLC. It was honestly just too much for us. It wasn't fun, and it was quickly becoming aggravating beyond what we wanted to deal with. We decided that, for the sake of our sanity and this game's coverage on my channel, that we just weren't going to play the DLC, aside from the Ivory King one. I know that I'm hating on the game pretty hard, and you might agree or disagree with me on this. Like I said in the intro, some people do still like or even love Dark Souls 2. Since I'm well aware my friends and I have a bit of a stronger negative view on this game rather than a positive one, I want to reach out to some established Souls creators and get their perspectives on this game. That way, you get more than one opinion on it. The two content creators that I reached out to and were kind enough to reply with expansive, and I mean expansive opinions on this game were Lemon from the Backlogs and Yasmania. They both make amazing content. Lemon does a variety of challenge runs for different games, but keeps coming back to the Souls series, and Yasmania does solely Dark Souls 2 challenge runs. Lemon began his reply by saying how Dark Souls 2 is both frustrating and wonderful, much like the other entries in the series. Each game has its own strengths, so it depends on what you're looking for when it comes to choosing a Souls game to play. He said that while it has so many great ideas, it comes with an equal number of bad ideas. The weapons are varied and pretty damn interesting, and armor occasionally goes beyond just being stats tied to an equip load. That being said, the game has adaptability, which, as a refresher, that's a stat that you need to level up in order to get better dodges, whereas every other Soulsborne entry just gives you static tiers of invincibility. And Lemon hates this as an idea. He thinks that this duality is present all across the game. There are more bosses, but many of them have similar aesthetics. There are more bonfires than ever before, and you're able to warp between them from the start, but the runbacks to the bosses are so crushing. You can dodge in any direction, but hitboxes don't always make sense. It always feels like they're taking 2 steps forward, but a large step back, in my own words. He views DS2 as the best in the trilogy for its build variety and its PvP scene, while the other games excel at different aspects of game design and an overall experience. He thinks that it's still worth playing and a great game overall, just not an amazing entry into the Dark Souls series. Seeing as I provided my negative perspective and Lemon provided a nuanced take, Yasmania is going to provide you with a more positive outlook on this game. As a reminder, he puts up a new challenge run for this game every week. This man loves Dark Souls 2. That being said, even he still gets frustrated with it every now and then. But since he's got tons of practice with the game and its systems, he's able to largely overlook the game's jank that other players like Lemon and I might not be able to. Dark Souls 2 was Yaz's first Souls game, which led to him not having the other games to compare it to. He liked it for what it was, despite its tedium and frustrations. He sees the game as having its flaws, much like the other games in the series do. But the specific strength he sees in the game is its versatility, especially for repeat playthroughs. Once you know where things are, the game really opens up. Like he says in his message, he's typically able to put together a fully complete and upgraded build before the first bosses of the game. He loves that degree of freedom and how overpowered you're able to get. He loves the scenery of the game, the feel of the weapons, and how viable most of them are. The boss fights, the armor sets, which, by the way, I'd have to agree with that. the Ferrum set is one of the best knight designs in all of fiction. And he could just go on. Overall, he believes that there's a difference in believing it's the worst of the trilogy and outright hating the game. It does do various things well, as he, Lemon, and I have illustrated. It has its strengths as a game, but it isn't perfect. But that still doesn't mean it should be completely written off. Truly, this guy's Dark Souls 2's strongest defender. Ultimately, Dark Souls 2: Skull of the First Sin is a game that was indeed released. You can like it, dislike it, or have a mix of those perspectives. Those are all valid opinions. I just want to take the time to discuss the incredibly diverse aspect of this game and make sure that to anyone who hasn't played it, that they got a few different perspectives on this game. As I've said a number of times before, this game is huge. What's even bigger though is the amount of footage I still have to cover. For that reason, I'm making this a multi-parter series. While I theoretically could have put everything into this video, and made it take even longer, it probably would have become a feature-length film at that point, and I'm saving that for an Elden Ring project. Doing a 2 or 3 part miniseries also just lets me get all of this review and critique stuff out the way now, so I can focus on covering the game and writing out our character stories later on. That's my favorite part of covering the Souls series, adding on to it with our own stories. And I definitely want to do more of that for future games that I cover. A massive thank you again to Lemon and Yaz for lending their voices to this project, as well as Beals actually lending his voice to this project. All of these guys are amazing people, and warrant being subscribed to if you haven't already. They're seriously some of the most down-to-earth people I've talked to from this website. But, as always, thank you for watching this far, and have a great rest of your day.